Sargent, Shriver, Director of the Peace Corps, become a special assistant to President Johnson to direct this administration's campaign against poverty. The President made the announcement in the news conference today. He said Shriver will continue to serve as Director of the Peace Corps. Incidentally, Sargent says that's terrible. He called Shriver an eminently qualified man for the additional assignment. Shriver is married to former Eunice Kennedy, a brother-in-law of Attorney General Robert Kennedy. He has been mentioned as possible Johnson's choice for Vice President of the year's election. Didn't say in there he declined the honor yesterday. Johnson said Shriver will direct the anti-poverty campaign with a cabinet committee serving in an advisory, unquote, advisory capacity. He said the cabinet committee will include, among others, the Secretary of Welfare, Labor, Interior, Agriculture, and the Attorney General. In other areas, Johnson told newsmen who gathered in the cramped White House theater that Peace Corps Director Shriver will take on additional duties as special presidential assistant. The President had high praise for Shriver, who has been mentioned as his possible choice in the Democratic vice presidential nominee. He would not comment on two questions about the Senate investigation of Johnson's friend, Robert G. Baker. The President said he already had spoken with candor and frankness on this subject, and he does not expect the Civil Rights Bill now being debated in the House will have to be trimmed back in order to win enactment. But he said he does expect a Senate filibuster on the subject. Let me see.
It will go through the Senate? Is the House there, did you say?
Yeah, I said he'd go through the House without amendment. Johnson said Shriver would take a hand in both the formulation and the execution of the war on poverty, would work closely with the cabinet committee composed of department heads that might be involved in the projected effort. By naming Shriver as presidential assistant, John seemed to rule out, at least for the President, the idea of creating a separate new agency to handle the anti-poverty program. I don't at all. Johnson described Shriver as eminently qualified and said the Peace Corps Director, brother-in-law of the late President, was outstanding qualities of leadership. God almighty, I wished I could buy that kind of advertisement. The first